Hey, hello internet. Alright, I finally managed to go back to the track for a bit longer today, national holiday, and of course, after 2.5 battery packs, it starts pouring rain again. However, I've managed to set up my BSB, which has been a long ongoing project. I've never so far found the good setup for it. I think I just did today. I'm still gonna have to go to other tracks to test it out. But let me show you what it is right now. You can see the body has suffered quite a bit. Still holding on, so I'm just gonna tape it down and it's gonna keep going for a while. So, what I have changed, first of all, I have a connection problem here at the back. I don't know if it's the solder or if it's just the brushed motor that is kind of dying on me, but I don't know, it was dodgy in the beginning, then it ended up working for the entire battery pack, so I don't know what happened there, it doesn't really matter. What I've changed on that, I just set up, basically I didn't change anything on the car. I have increased the caster here by, I don't know, a few degrees, so now I have a pretty aggressive caster in the front. And I knew from playing around that the toe made quite a significant difference in going straight, because surprisingly, the other sidecar that I have and the Mardave as well, I find that the hardest part of driving the sidecar is actually straight line acceleration. It's just because of the one wheel drive, it has a tendency to just pull to the left on acceleration and then to the right usually on braking. So I had originally thought the gyro would solve it. It doesn't solve it. It really helps a lot with the gyro, that's clear. The gyro helps 100%. But the toe, I could never quite figure out what the perfect toe would be. So I ended up going online and looking at the 1-to-1 scale sidecars and looking at some setup shit. One thing that I've noticed is that you're supposed to have a positive camber that I can't have. This is a rigid axle. I can't change at all the angle of that wheel over there, but I found the proper toe for the passenger wheel, which I did. I don't have any measuring tools, so it is just like a guessing game, but you can see it's pretty severe. And I have put the caster completely to zero. There used to be a little bit of positive caster before. Now it's completely, it's 90-degree up. There is no more caster at the back. And that worked pretty magically on the car, I have to say. Tracked really well on acceleration. Of course, I'm running very, very low endpoint for the motor. I can't go more than maybe 2/3 of the throttle. Sometimes out throttle is already too much, but nevertheless, it now tracks really well. It brakes really straight, so this is really going the right direction. I'm really pleased with it. Still don't think I'm gonna do any commercial thing with this thing. It's just clearly no one is interested in freewheel driving. I've seen that with the B2B, with this one as well. I've seen how hard it was for me to get the Mardave for a friend of mine, and the other sidecar I have is an antique for which there is almost no information and nothing online. So freewheels, obviously, unless it's Tamiya putting out a model, it doesn't seem to be interesting for most people. But this was pretty much like spare parts. It all came about because I had my straight axle that I purchased before to try on the go-kart, and I was not using it. And of course I have quite a few aluminum parts, and then I had carbon fiber lying around, so I just basically used my 112 parts and built the car in 112 scale, as opposed to the other one I have, which is pretty much closer to 1/8 scale. It's a pretty big model. So I think that is pretty much 100% on that car. I didn't change anything with the springs. This is still the same spring setup as before, so I have a gold spring in the front, I have a gold one on the side, and at the rear here I have, well, this is from a mini, from a 1/28 scale. I don't know if you can see it. It's a pink rear spring from an Atomic AMR. It is pretty soft. It's pretty soft, but it's nice because it's pretty tall as well compared to the F1 springs. So yeah, I think other than that, that's really it now for that car. The next thing I need to do is bring it to a larger track to see how the sidecar goes with different traction. I'm probably gonna bring it to the Yomate track as well, which is a very small track, but it's great for pan cars because it's really flat, and with a brushed motor you can just run a crazy long time, especially, I mean, two-wheel drive already, but this is one-wheel drive. So yeah, that's my little update on the BSB. I might do a new body, I don't know, I have a little bit of time, that's the holiday, or I might just keep on banging on this one until it completely falls apart, who knows. Alright, so that was my little BSB update. Everybody stay safe and sane, and I'll see you another time on Earth. Bye bye.